My client David from Portland called me exhausted. At 64, after 40 years of marriage, his wife was pressuring him to spend his retirement, managing her social calendar, and catering to her endless demands. Dr. Scott, he said, I spent decades working overtime to provide, raise 3 kids, took care of my aging parents, and now she expects me to revolve my entire retirement around her needs. When do I get to live for me? That conversation changed everything for David. And it's going to change everything for you too. Listen, I need you to hear this. For the past 4 decades, you've been the provider, the protector, the problem solver for everyone else. You worked jobs you tolerated to pay for lives other people wanted. You sacrificed your dreams so your family could have theirs. You carried financial pressure, emotional burdens, and responsibilities that would crush most people. And you did it without complaining because that's what men do. But here's what nobody talks about. You've been so busy taking care of everyone else that you forgot to take care of yourself. And now, at 60 plus, when you finally have the time, resources, and freedom to live on your terms, society is still trying to convince you to put someone else's needs first. I'm Dr. Avery Scott, and today I'm going to give you permission to do something radical. Put yourself first. Here's the truth nobody wants to admit. After spending decades serving others, you've earned the right to be selfish. Not cruel, not uncaring, but completely focused on what brings you joy, peace, and fulfillment. And if that makes some people uncomfortable, wow, including women in your life, that's their problem, not yours. Think about it. You've probably spent more time worrying about other people's happiness than your own. How many vacations did you skip because the money needed to go to your kids' college or your wife's wants? How many hobbies did you abandon because there was always something more important to handle? How many dreams did you shelve because someone else's needs took priority? My client James from Chicago realized this at 62. He'd always wanted to learn guitar, travel to Ireland, and build furniture in a workshop. But every time he mentioned these interests, his girlfriend would roll her eyes and suggest he focus on more practical things, like helping her redecorate her house and attending her book club events. James was trading his remaining years for someone else's approval. Again. Here's what I told James and what I'm telling you. Your time is finite and precious. Every day you spend doing what others want instead of what fulfills you is a day you'll never get back. At 60 plus, you don't have decades to waste on other people's agendas. This brings me to the 3 things you need to focus on starting today. The first one is building your brotherhood. Not networking for business, not couple friends your partner chooses. Genuine male friendships based on shared interests and mutual respect. Most men your age are starving for authentic connection with other men. Not because they hate their wives or partners, but because male friendships offer something different. Understanding without explanation, support without strings attached, and conversations about things that actually interest you. David joined a woodworking club, started playing poker with 3 other divorced guys, and began hiking with a group of retired veterans. For the first time in decades, he was spending time with people who valued him, not what he could provide them. His stress dropped, his energy increased, and he remembered what it felt like to enjoy his own company. The second focus: pursuing your postponed passions. All those interests you shelved, hobbies you abandoned, dreams you deferred, it's time to resurrect them. Not as retirement activities to fill time, but as expressions of who you really are beneath all those years of obligation. Frank from Denver always wanted to write a novel. But for 35 years, his wife dismissed it as unrealistic and a waste of time. At 66, after his divorce, Frank enrolled in a creative writing course, joined a writers group, and published his first short story in a local magazine. He told me, "I finally remembered I'm more than just a provider. I'm a creative person with something to say." Here's what's beautiful about pursuing your passions now. You're doing it for pure enjoyment, not career advancement or social status. This authenticity is magnetic. It draws quality people into your life and repels those who only valued your utility. The third focus, and this one's crucial, claiming your peace. You've survived decades of stress, conflict, and responsibility. You've earned tranquility, and you have the right to protect it fiercely. This means saying no to drama, walking away from chaos, and choosing calm over everything else. This is where a lot of women become obstacles. They thrive on emotional intensity, constant communication, and relationship processing. They want to analyze feelings, plan social calendars, and create activity where none existed. If peace is your priority, and it should be, anyone who disrupts that peace doesn't belong in your life. My client Robert from Austin learned this lesson powerfully. His new girlfriend was constantly creating problems where none existed, starting arguments about hypothetical situations, and demanding he explain his every mood and decision. When he chose peace over her chaos and ended the relationship, his blood pressure literally dropped 20 points within a month. Here's what most people don't understand about men over 60. You're not afraid of being alone. You're afraid of being trapped in situations that drain your energy and steal your peace. Solitude isn't loneliness when you're genuinely content with your own company. But here's the controversial part. If there's a woman in your life who supports your brotherhood, encourages your passions, and protects your peace, keep her. These women exist and they're worth their weight in gold. But if she fights your friendships, dismisses your interests, and creates chaos instead of calm, she's an obstacle to the life you've earned. The men in my senior men club who've embraced this philosophy are living proof that your 60s can be your most fulfilling decade. They've stopped apologizing for wanting what they want. They've quit explaining themselves to people who don't understand their priorities. They've learned that selfish isn't a dirty word when you've spent 40 years being selfless. When I shared this philosophy in our Senior Men Club newsletter last month, the responses were incredible. Men wrote, telling me they felt seen and understood for the first time in years. They shared stories of choosing themselves over others' expectations and finding genuine happiness in the process. I'll share the link to join our newsletter for free at the end. It's where I deliver raw, honest truth about living your best life after 60 without sugarcoating or political correctness. But right now, I want to hear from you. Comment below. What's one dream or passion you've put on hold for someone else's sake? What would you pursue if you knew no one would judge you for it? Your answer might inspire another man to finally choose himself. Here's the ultimate truth. You don't owe anyone the rest of your life. Not your ex-wife, not your current partner, not your adult children who still expect you to solve their problems, not society that still sees you as a resource instead of a person. You've paid your dues, you've fulfilled your obligations, you've earned the right to wake up each day and ask, what do I want to do? Instead of, what does everyone else need from me? The men who understand this are living with a lightness and joy that's infectious. They're traveling to places they've dreamed of, building friendships that energize them, pursuing interests that fascinate them. They're not waiting for permission, approval, or the perfect circumstances. They're living now. And you know what's amazing? When you stop chasing other people's approval and start living authentically, you naturally attract people who appreciate the real you. Quality women, genuine friends, meaningful relationships. They all flow toward men who know their own worth and aren't afraid to honor it. Finally, you need to join the Senior Men's Club newsletter. It's completely free. And every week I deliver the raw truth about making your 60s your strongest, most fulfilling decade. No fluff, no political correctness, just honest insights about brotherhood, passion, peace, and living life on your terms. The link to join is in the description below and also pinned in the comments. If you loved this, share it with your friends who you think need to hear this. Let's spread the message that senior men need to breathe too. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss videos like this that help men over 60 live out their years in health, peace, and fulfillment. And in the comments, tell me, what's the first thing you're going to do for yourself this week? Something small, something big, doesn't matter. Just something that's purely for your own joy and fulfillment. Remember, you're not getting older, you're getting liberated. Time to start acting like it. Cheers and see you in the next video.